Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. Today we are discussing the latest from Tudor. Today we discuss the Black Bay 68. This is an all-new launch from Tudor that represents a larger format for the Black Bay. Now we've had 43mm Black Bays before, such as the original Black Bay Bronze, but now we get a very elemental watch. Silver dial, black aluminum bezel insert, stainless steel case, and a modern non-rivet style 3-link bracelet. So this advances the state of design in the Black Bay family, while also offering an option for those who like bolder sizing. So yes, in stainless steel, this watch now measures 43 in diameter, as my calipers tell the tale, 13.8 millimeters thick, and then from lug tip to lug tip, 51.7 millimeters with a 22 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We're going to throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters circumference. And I want to add that although this is a bigger Black Bay, you could still find this on wrists of average size. This is not necessarily a big man's Black Bay, so much as it is a bigger Black Bay. And the proof is in the practice. On my wrist, which is not large, you can see down the barrel, the lugs are not out over the edge of my wrist, and you can see over the top, which always exaggerates the width of the watch. I'm pulling the bracelet tight. The lugs are not beyond the edge of my wrist. The cuff shut, revealing that the watch will actually fit fairly well under most sleeves. Taking a quick look from a distance, the proportions are handsome. Now, there are other dial variants. We'll get to those in a moment. They're going to have their own standalone videos, but first let's talk about the bracelet. So this is a 3-link design, but the rivet style or the skeuomorphic rivets of other Black Bay models, like you'll find on the 58, not present here. We have polished flanks, satin tops, differential link size, staggered alignment, a conforming end link to more elegantly mate it to the case, and then solid gaps between the links to vent the wrist on a hot day and avoid pinching skin or pulling hair. There's also a little bit of a taper to the profile of the links heading down to the clasp. A single fold steel clasp, thick gauge steel, quite robust. Note the use of ceramic spring-loaded pin snaps so that we have tight tolerances over time. As the steel cannot wear down the ceramic, the tolerances will always snick and snap and remain tight. Of course, you can see this is a factory fresh example right here. There's still some packing stickers on it. The T-Fit clasp, which came out back in 2021, we have several different increments within the range of adjustment. Tool-free, approximately 8 millimeters of total adjustable range. So if you want to fine-tune the fit or use it over a dive suit, that makes it easier to do so. Rolling around to the case, we have those nostalgic bevels on the edges of the lugs, a true throwback to the 50s, 60s, and antiquity. We have a sheer mid-case, a no-guard profile. Of course, many of these in-house caliber Tudor watches, they feature the vintage rose logo on the crown and then the more contemporary logo on the dial, the shield logo right there. We have satin-finished lug hoods, and of course, in 1968, Tudor Submariners did include crown guards. So this watch is 68 in name, not necessarily 68 in style. It's still keeping a lot of what makes the more archaic Black Bay big crown no guard look intact here. So we've got micro knurling on this bezel, which is a pleasure to grip. And by the way, micro knurling is great if you want to have exceptional purchase when your hands are wet, sweaty, or gloved. It's a 60-click bezel, and it has a nice chunky detent, which is always a pleasure with a dive bezel. Anodized aluminum insert, because though ceramic is certainly possible, and Tudor uses it elsewhere, having an anodized aluminum insert gives a more vintage look. It's something you just can't quite duplicate with fired ceramic, at least not yet. We're going to take a look at the watch in the dark. No shortage of lume. One feature I always appreciate is that all 3 hands are lumed. If you're going to use this as a backup dive timer, seeing the operation, the function via the movement of the seconds hand is greatly appreciated. Not every dive watch does that, but the best ones do. You can also see another nostalgic element, something featured from the late 60s through mid-70s on Tudor Submariners, the so-called snowflake style hands, especially the hour. The bezel pearl gives you your timing reference, and you can use it as a quick, adjustable 0 to 60-minute count-up timing reference, which I find universally useful. People love chronographs, but I find dive bezels are easier to use. So whether you're diving or you're timing a intermission at a show, the interval until your flight takes off, maybe the kids are in timeout, they were naughty, all of that can be done with a dive bezel. It is a universally helpful tool. We have a lovely cambered bubble-like sapphire reminiscent of vintage plexiglass, and then a silver metallic sunburst dial with a black chapter ring outboard, another vintage element. Taking a look, you can see these are all applique indices, so a combination of ceramic with black borders. They're not printed like the vintage examples would have been. They are applique, but they look printed, so you get the best of the past and the present. You can see they're blackened around their edges, and then the hands themselves are blackened for contrast. All is new inside, or at the very least, we now have master chronometer calibers at Tudor. So this right here is going to be a Tudor manufacturer movement. It's the MT5601U, now a master chronometer. So it meets all the COSC standards, but it goes beyond. Fully cased up and tested in 6 positions, not 5, and not as a bare movement. It aces the chronometric tests, but then there's winding efficiency, there's power reserve testing, there is durability testing and anti-magnetism to over 15,000 Gauss or 1.5 Tesla. Automatic winding, 70-hour reserve, 4 Hertz beat rate, hacking or stop seconds, it's there when you need it, and a full balance bridge with a free sprung balance, so it is a properly durable watch even under conditions of shock. There is lots to love. This timepiece is handsome, it is large, and of course this is a timepiece that is for those who want a bolder style while still retaining the vintage street cred that has made the Black Bay series so popular in the modern era. So if you like, reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.